All right, I'm here showing you how to assemble one of our button tree
Okay, what did
kits.
you do first? You threaded the needle.
Yep, first I've threaded the needle with the cord, and it should be a long needle is really helpful. You may want to test it, make sure it goes through the holes on your button.
Good
Don't
idea.
ask me how I know that. It's going to be a little counterintuitive because you actually have to start at the small top of your tree and then work your way down to the bigger buttons. You're going to go through one hole of each button. So I'm going to start with these two little blue buttons, go to my larger red button, and it really doesn't matter whether they're 2 or 4 hole buttons. You can just keep stacking them up.
So you're going from the trunk of the tree up to the top first.
No, you're
Oh,
starting at
you're
the
starting
very
from the top of the tree, going down to the
I
trunk.
will put the bell on when I come back up to the top again.
Okay.
But yeah, so this is the only difficult part of this is you're actually feel like you're kind of working backwards.
Because you're going to come back up through the other holes.
I am, yes.
Okay.
And these 3 little guys here are going to be my trunk.
They're going to go on last.
You kind of have to think it out. But the great thing is if you put it together and you decide you don't like it, you just unstring it and start over again. And you know, once you've done the kit, you can always go through your button stash and make yourself some different things. So I'm down to my little trunk buttons now. And it's great, as you see here, I'm working on a tray, which kind of helps my buttons not to get loose. And this is not a particularly exciting color-wise stack of buttons, but it'll do for a sample. All right, so now we've got our tree halfway done. Now I'm going to come back up through from the bottom of the trunk.
You want to be careful not to pull that thread all the way through. You got to leave a big tail, right?
You do. You have to leave a lot of a tail. And if you're working with kids, you just want to encourage them not to pull the needle right off the end, which is like one of those kid things that kids do. And I'm going to work, you know, across here my button if I have a 4-hole button.
So if you have a 4-hole button, you're going to do the diagonal holes.
The diagonal, yeah.
Okay.
Really, they're not too fussy.
The long needle seems to help a lot.
It really helps.
Okay, so now you're at the top of the tree, aren't you?
Yep, and now I'm just gonna gently work these down. Okay, and now in every kit there's a little bell gold bell that'll go on top.
So here's what it looks like so far.
Yeah, and actually I think what I'm gonna do is knot this off, which is gonna just be an overhand knot, which means wrap it around your fingers and bring it through the middle. And I'm still going to leave my needle on there because I need to put the little bell on the top. So I'm going to pull that neatly together and pull those loops together. And the last thing is to string this little bell on the top. It's kind of fun for your little kids or your cats to jingle that bell.
Cats can jump up into your tree.
There you go. Oh, yeah. Let's see, what have I done here? Yeah, and then knot it off. And at this point, you can take your needle right off there. And here's your tree. And it's not gonna sit absolutely flat, this bell. If you figure out a way to do that, let me know. Again, another overhand knot to hold everything together. And you'll want to leave a little space where you can put a wire if you're going to hang this on your tree. And that is your button tree.
Yep. Jingle, jingle.
All right.